Hello, my beautiful crafty friends. It's Laurette, the Vintage Paper Girl. Welcome to my studio. I'm absolutely thrilled you're all here with me today to have a little crafting time and to, hang out together. I love hanging out with you guys. This is my favorite place in the world to be. It's a place I come when I want to get away from the stresses and relax and play and create. So that's my paper studio. Anyway, welcome to all of my longtime followers and my brand new subscribers and all my friends from Instagram. Welcome, welcome everyone. I hope you enjoy today. We're just going to do play. We're just going to play. Nothing too serious. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to decorate a master board that has already been collaged. Because you think, well, do I cut it out and then decorate it, or can I decorate it first? What should we do? So I thought we'd do that today. This was inspired by a couple of crafters that I have seen do this. And everybody has their take on it. Gail does it, everybody does it. But this particular project was inspired by Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. And so I'm going to be using some of her goodies today. And then these are master boards we made in a past video. I don't know if you guys remember. I'm going to actually move. These are sheets to make more collage boards. These are collage master boards. And what a collage master board is, I don't know. I just know it's where you collage in a book or a page or whatever. And it becomes a board that you use as a background. So, in other videos that I have done, we did all these lovely pages. The blank pages are the back side. So when you cut them out, you have journal cards or tags or whatever you want to work on. So I thought today we'd work on this page. These boxes you see here have ephemera in them. And this is kind of how my first storage. Now, these are all little cigarette cards that I got from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And I noticed she does not have the kit in her shop any longer. And I don't know why. I need to contact her and find out why I haven't seen any in her shop in a long time. But because I couldn't find them in her shop, I didn't want to recommend them. But I did find some on Wild Rose Bohemian. She has all kinds of fun. This is her. She has cigarette cards, and that's her. So if you don't have any, I chose rose ones. They're floral. You know how I am about my roses. And her kit, she had a lot of different sizes of the cards. She went all the way up to making them large, which is great for journaling cards. So I want to share those with you because I may cut some up if I don't find what I'm looking for within the ones I already have cut up, because I have a whole box. But then I also had one of Tina's kits that at Shabby Dabby Doodah, is who I'm talking about, Tina at Shabby Dabby. She had this pink rose kit. I don't remember the name of it because I cut this out probably 3 years ago. Unless I put it in here, which I don't think I did, because back then I wasn't doing videos. I was just making stuff to sell. But this was a kit that had a lot of ephemera in it. And so I thought maybe I might use that today. I don't really know. So I have my little boxes that we can use. I have my collage sheet, so I'm ready to go. But what I want to do is show you how or where to place some things if you want to be able to know in advance what you're going to make out of them, right? So I use a little formula, and I will show you that. It's nothing difficult. It's nothing mysterious. It's nothing fabulous. It's just how I do it. But what I do is I put images in 4 corners and the center. That allows you to cut out as a tag, a half a page, a belly band, whatever you want to do. And you'll see as we go along, how we do that. Now, I'm going to want to add some lace. And no, I didn't pull things out in advance because, honestly, my desk just fills up too quickly. So I figured I would just grab some of my, I think these are my lace scraps, yeah. And then I also have a little jar of fabrics. I have some flowers that we can use if we want to, make them bigger. I'm trying to think what else. Let's see. We can use buttons. We can use, just depends on how much you want to build up your page, your bits. So I have one of my bits boxes here, which is fun because we may use some of those. So I've just got a few things. I didn't want to put too much on my desk to start because then there'd be no room for us to craft. So how are you guys? I hope you're all good. I believe it's Wednesday for you. I'm not positive, but I think it might be because I am filming in advance. I need to do that because I have my bad weeks. And if sometimes I don't have anything in the bank, there's no videos. So got to build up some videos in the bank. Anyway, yeah, this does have a back. It just dawned on me. Are these backed? Yes, because I'll probably take it out and I'll show you how we would use them. So Tina had done these. This one was also inspired by Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. So where we use the bright roses, and I think, I'm not positive, but I think she was the one I was inspired by to use the playing cards. You guys remember that one we did? Do I have one in here anymore? No, I think I used them all up. I don't think I have one. I don't have a lot of scrapbooks because of these collage books, because I use them, and also I use my scraps. I rarely have scraps. I actually had to cut these pages up to make this. But this was from the playing card one. We put roses on top of the playing cards, and then I cut them out. See? So there's a video for this. So if you want to go look it up, it should be entitled that, MasterCard with playing cards, or Masterboard with playing cards or something. But I was able to make some fun tags and pockets with that. And they're sitting in this, actually waiting to go into a journal. I'm about to use them in a journal. So a few of them. I don't know how many I'll be using, but we'll see, one thing at a time. Before I get going, I wanted to share a couple things I've been making. And another thing that I made recently this was inspired by Heather at Ruby and Pearl. And I made these lovely little journal cards that are made with, I used Amazon packaging, and then her kit, one of her kits, and her little labels here. And they're just fun, and they're very vintagey looking. And again, they're going into that vintage rose journal that we started. So along with those pockets I just showed you, at least I think we are. This is the Vintage Rose Elegance that we started, and I think I'm going to be using those things in here. We'll see. That's the goal, but right now I'm collecting things, so when I do more on it, hopefully we can get a move on and go right on and to decorating. So I don't think any of these will go in there because these are just pale colors. These aren't anything bright and, crazy. I did want to show you, before we go any further, one little thing here. Now, I finished the blue one that we were working on the other day. And here it is, all done. I added a flower. You saw me do that. I added another one. We had the words, but I made the tag. So here's the tag that I made. I'll get it up close so you guys can look at it. I used one of Jolene's at a Jewel Designs definitions. A lovely image of a lady. And vintage, all kinds of laces. And I even used that little netting I get from Dollar Tree. I buy it, I watch to see when they have it. This one's blue. It's a beautiful color. I don't know if you can see it scrunched up. You can see the blue. Perfect. So that actually went over the lace. And then I used that other blue lace I couldn't decide on. It got used. So there you have our card. I wanted to show you it's all done, and it goes inside here. And it really, I decided it didn't look good in this pocket, so I still have to make something for that. I got to figure out what. And, I'm going to take a little break from this and get back to some of my other things that we have started. So, someone was asking me when I'm going to work on the journal I just showed you a minute ago, the Rose Elegance, Vintage Rose Elegance. That one I need to get back to, and a couple of other things. I also have a design team project I need to get back to. So this is just, I needed a little break and just wanted to have some fun. For me, it's a Sunday afternoon or morning, and we're going to have brunch pretty soon. So I thought, well, I would do a little play. I want to pull out some of these cards and see what I want to play with here. What I do want colors that sort of blend. I don't want this to be one that is contrasty. I mean, I could add a yellow rose, and I may, but see, I don't work in yellows, so I wouldn't use a yellow rose tag. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't, even though it would be really pretty, it's not something I would use on a normal basis. So let me see. I would use maybe something pale like that because it's almost a white. Oh, I do have this one. Oh, that's the same one. Okay. So I have a lot of, I want to use about 5 of these. It's kind of like playing cards. And oh, these are fun to play with. They're fun to handle, and to look at. And That's really dark, but that's not a bad... Let me see. Is that the same as that? No, it's a different one. I think, you know, I kind of want that one maybe there. I think it might look nice with the... I'm looking for roses that are sort of deep and burgundy and reddy, but also pink, because I want things that I can use in this journal. You see the rose colors? So this is kind of what I'm trying to do, is create things that have like this color, that have these colors, some of those colors, so that we can use, we're kind of pre-making some ephemera here. So as you can see that one? Okay, so I could use something like that. And then we have these. So I definitely want to, there's a white one. Okay, so that tells me, that's good we pulled that out, because that way I will make bits and pieces that we can use, like this one, because I just saw that rose in there. And I don't know if that's a good color with that. Yeah, that is a good color. This one, well, see, there's one of just about everything in there. So we could make tags out of all of these. Wouldn't these be fabulous tags? Okay, so we've picked a few. If I were doing this sheet, let me pull it out of the plastic so we wouldn't be... I would probably take this one and this one. Maybe this one. So you can see I would have used a few out of there as well. So, and I just really wasn't sure. Now, this is a vintage piece, so that means I'm going to do some... Oh, you guys, I forgot to look to see what time I started. Okay. I see where I need to stop, because I need to have brunch soon. Here's my husband's going to make us our brunch today. We're going to have some probably bacon and eggs and French toast today. So we haven't been having brunch, so we both gained a little bit of weight over the holidays, and so we were trying to watch our diet, but we thought we should possibly have our brunch today. I just want to put a little tiny bit, there we go, because once I glue that down, I can't go back and do it, right? So we need to do that. Yeah, I didn't know if we would have time to, probably not, you know, to use some of these other pieces. I'm going to move those off my table since I'm not using them right now. Leave some room for some other things. Okay, let me make sure you guys are on. Now, I don't want to glue these down because I want to put some lace beneath them. And I'm glad I've got my book out, because I'm going to have to figure out, oh yeah, I'm going to want to use all like creamy, no real bright white, or not too much bright white in here. All right, so I want to use like things like this and like this. I'm just pulling some stuff out of my box, and then we'll figure out what we're going to use. And this, these are all colors that are not bright white. I have some of that. Oh, that's pretty. One of my favorite little laces, scrap. And I have some of this. And some of that. And I also want to use, now where to put my doilies. Oh gosh. I had a little envelope of doilies to use when I'm crafting. And I keep moving the darn thing. And then I can't remember. I'll think, oh, I'll put it here because I'll find it. And then when I get ready to craft, guess what? I can't find the darn thing. So, all right, I'll just pull. Oh, my tummy's gone. It might not have been a good idea to wait, huh? I'm actually going to pull one of these. So I don't want to use white. Well, I could use white. And then I had some pink doilies I bought a long time ago. I don't even remember where I bought them. Excuse any noise. You hear my neighbor's out next door cleaning up his patio and his patio furniture for spring. We're not ready to do that. We're going to wait to the very last minute. Whenever we think we're going to go out and use the patio, Yeah, although we do need to start uncovering things and let it breathe because, you know, we don't want problems with moldy furniture. Let me grab some of my little doilies. I have these smaller doilies here. Let's see, what have we got? Let me just get one of these. All right, so these are some basic things that I use. The other thing I like to use is book page. So, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna have to close the window. Darn it. I love the fresh air coming in, but my neighbor is making tons of noise today. I'm not sure what he's doing, but I mean, he's clean. I can only cut out so much noise, unfortunately. Moved my office to the back of the house because it was too noisy in the front. I mean, moved my studio to the back of the house because it was too noisy in the front. Oh, and now it's too noisy in the back. Guess you just can't get away from it, huh? Sorry, I'm looking for book page. I thought I was ready for this video. Apparently, I am ready for nothing today. Let me grab some French book page. There we go. Okay. So what are you guys up to? Anything new and exciting? I hope so. I hope you have all good things happening. And you guys are healthy and happy. Everybody's feeling good. Maybe you're doing some crafting. Hopefully you're crafting on a Sunday morning or a Sunday day, or in this case, Wednesday. Because it'll be on a Wednesday when you do it. All right. So this is always a bit of a slow process when I get going because I never know, you know, how things are going to go. And I keep prepping all this music paper and all this stuff for projects, and then I put stuff together, and then I don't have it in my regular file. Let me see. I'm looking for my music paper. I'm sorry I'm not organized. I thought I was. I just didn't know what I was going to use today, honestly. I didn't. All right. I can't think of anything else I want. So I'll just stop right there. A little bit of everything. So these are some basic things I always use. I always use book page, music, doilies, lace, and then whatever embellishments on top of that you want to use, okay? So this is a good formula for you to learn, especially if you're new and you're a youngin' and you're just starting out. I don't mean young in age. I mean young to or new to. We have a lot of brand new people who have found the junk journal world, which welcome everyone. We're so excited to have you join us. So if you have questions, of course, you know, you can ask and I'll try to answer them. I've been crafting my entire life, so it's not new to me, but junk journals I found, oh, guess what, guys? I found it 4 years ago, but guess what? We had our second anniversary on April 5th at here. So we have been on YouTube for now 2 full years, April 5th. Can you believe it? It went so fast. It did. It was just quick, like a bunny. It just went fast. It's amazing to me that we have been making videos that long. I just can't believe it. Let's see, that's the same. I want to use something a bit different on this one. This is a really, really old antique French book, and I am been using it. When I got it, it was falling apart. It was out of its cover, you know, pages were falling out. So, and I don't read French. I took French in school, but that is not the same thing. So, you know what you know, you know. You know what you know, you know. So, kind of giving these a little bit of a shape. I'm going to go that way on that one. And let's see, what do we got here? I've used 2 of those. Maybe I could use, let's use one more. Right, like this. But, you know, for those of you who don't know, I like to use little rubber stamps on, like, the edges of these antique book pages, stamp on them, and then I use them in my work. So, I always like to pull off the straight finished edge. I didn't do it on that one. Okay, so there we go. All right, let me set those off to the side. Now we want to add maybe a tiny, what I'm doing is I'm building these out, and then we'll glue them on, and then we'll cut them out, and you'll see what I was talking about, right? So do I want music page? I don't know. I guess we could see, right? Oh, this is a digital, and I don't remember where I got it from. Again, one of the very, very first ones I bought way back when, like 3 years ago. So I have no idea. I just use it all the time. Yeah, we kind of have to go that way, don't we? If I want to get the treble clefs in there, I kind of have to... Yeah, so I think before I go any further, I do want to get the lace under there. I just realized that the lace needs to be my base piece, so it's not like I didn't know that I did. I just forgot. Okay, so I haven't done one of these before, so this is new. I mean, excuse me. I do collage boards quite often, but I haven't done it in this form. And here I'm going to show you one that is... so you can see what I'm talking about. Let me grab it off my wall. It actually has faded down. It's been sitting in the light for so long. It's now a very faded board. Probably I won't ever use now because it's so faded. But here it is. Isn't that pretty? So you see how I did it in the 5s? I was thinking this would make a good cover. And then these would become pieces that I could use in the... Now this one's just all laces and images. So actually, I might want to have that out to kind of keep me reminded, right? Okay. Now I'm going to need something to cut this with. So we are finally getting some spring here in California. Hasn't rained for about 10 days. Feels really strange. I've gotten so used to the cold, wet weather. I keep waiting for it to come back, and it hasn't. So I'm like, okay. I'm sort of glad, but I'm not, because that means things will start turning brown really quickly, and that makes me sad, of course. I don't want everything to be brown again. Now, where did my little... You saw me pull out... Oh, well... I'm thinking I want another color. That pink might be too bright with that, but it might go with that one. So I think I'll just use either beige or white with this. Let's see what it looks like underneath here. So we've got a bit of lace. We have a little bit of that and that. What do we think? Do we like that? I think we do. All right. So now I like this one. I'm thinking it would be good up here. Oh, my sleeves are going to drag on everything. I just realized right now. I love this shirt. So filmy and pretty. I'm going to pull up the sleeves though, so I hopefully don't drag it across my board. I'm going to pull the board down just a little bit. I hope you guys are crafting too. I hope you're getting some crafting done. I want to add that in there like that. It's kind of tucking. You know what I'm doing? I'm tucking. This one, maybe I want a little... No, I said I wanted some pink on that one. So let's add a little pink in there. And, you know, we still have the paper underneath, too. So that always helps. Unfortunately, though, I'm covering that one up. But I don't have any blue in what I'm working in. So I don't really want the blue to show. That was in those flowers up there anyway. Now, I could, if when I'm working on this, like this has a really white edge, which I don't like. So I'm going to cover that up a little bit. It's also got some other harder edges, so I'm not sure. That needs some lace under it. So what should we put under that? How about some of this lace? It's kind of sort of a sparkly little lace, but might be pretty going up through the middle. Now, this is just, it's not exact. It's going to change a little bit here in a minute. I feel like some of these need some music paper. There we go. So there's really no notes on there. You can hardly tell. I'm just going to flip it over. It might be upside down, but that's okay. We're just making collages, clusters. No. Okay, we need a little music paper here. I got that going in the wrong direction. I'm going to go the other way. Actually, I can use that on that. Okay, we go like that. We go like that. And we're going to need some lace under that one. That's really pretty. How about this one? I'll have to be careful when I glue because look at, they're all getting into each other, so we don't want that. Now that needs some, what color does that need? Does that need that? Maybe. And I feel like that needs to be a fatter piece. That's too skinny. I have this really pretty one. I'll get rid of the header on this. I don't want it on there. Yeah, I feel like I don't need quite so much lace on this one. So let's go. And we use this piece to kind of hide our hard edges. Do you see what I'm doing? Can you guys figure that out? Can you tell what I'm doing? Hide a little bit of the hard edging there. But then I notice if it does show, it's pretty obvious. So we don't really want to see too much of that, right? So I'm going to put that on there. So something like that, right? Okay, so I'm looking to see what's there. Do I have enough? I feel like this one in the middle needs a much bigger piece. That's too tiny. That is not cutting it. And of course, we can use the same pieces over and over if we like. Let's try this one. I'm thinking this only needs to be about half of what it is. Sort of sparkly. Do you see what I just did there? I just built, but again, it's not wide enough. I want a like fat piece. Okay, where's my lace box? I feel like I don't know that I have any. That's the problem. I don't know if I have any that wide because these are just scraps. I hate to get into my bigger pieces, but I may have to. Okay, here's a bigger piece. Okay. There we go. That's what I need to do. All right. I probably shouldn't keep cutting these because I think I end up just making them smaller. And then if I don't use them, you know, I'm putting some of the scraps back. Well, not the littlest scraps, but some of the bigger pieces back in. Okay. Now we need something. Okay, I've got all the pieces there, all the pieces there, all the pieces there, all the pieces there. Now let's get on the top. We need another piece of music paper. That was such a bad job. Goodness. All right, let me see. Let's get this in here. And let's get this. This is supposed to be in the middle. I'm going to have to really work on these, aren't I, to get them all to fit in. I'm thinking I can do 5, but maybe because this is so much smaller, I can't. I don't really know. I'm beginning to think it's not going to be possible. I think I want a brown piece in there. Where'd my, oh, I forgot what color I was using. We need some lace. Okay, we need lace again. I like this lace I used before. It's really pretty. This is a good piece of vintage lace. This is tea-dyed. So I did that many, 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 many years ago. Okay, so now we're ready to kind of put these things together and see what we end up with, right? So, gosh, I got a lot of little tiny itty bitty scraps that I know I'm not going to use. So let me move some of this stuff out of the way. I may ink some things as I put them down. And I'm going to put my plastic over here so we can glue on that. I don't use a paper glue book like many of the gals use. I don't have a lot of books. I have the Dollar Tree ones. I have the antique ones, which I would never, ever, or vintage, I would never use. I did for a while, but I just don't really care for it. It's just not my thing. But everybody has their own thing, you know. So someone asked me, why don't I use one? I just prefer to use a plastic mat I can wash. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac because we're using lace as a base. I actually kind of see my card within here and with here. Oh, I do want to ink these. I just realized. Yeah, my sleeves. Because this book that it's going into is, you know, very, very vintagey. I don't want to say grungy, but older looking. I'm really covering up all the lace. I don't like that. I want that to go on that side, I think. Nice thing about a book is it has two sides. But then this doesn't work. Oh, we could just do it different, can't we? I have to see what's going where so I know what to glue first, right? So, yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So this is going to go down first. Let me... Yeah, the flip-flop journal this is going in is very Victorian. Well, no, it's even before that time. It's going to be French and Italian, obviously, ladies and images and roses, mostly a lot of roses. Not so many ladies this time, just a few. It's going to be a lot of roses. All right. So you see what I'm doing? Let me see. I'm going to check my camera, make sure it's rolling. Yep. Now I can add pearls to this. I could add flowers. I can add all kinds of goodies. So I just don't know if I'm going to get this done. I got to get a move on here, you guys, or I'm not going to be able to show you it done. I want to show you it finished today. Real important to me. So see if we could do it, or whether we're going to go long today. We might go long today. I am having a good time. This is a lot of fun. Hopefully you're doing this along with me. You've collected some things. Hopefully, you know, you've got some goodies to play with. Because once I explained what we needed, maybe you stopped your video and went and got what you need, hopefully. So I want to see that pretty lace. So I'm going to try to move things over just a bit so we could see the beautiful lace. And then put our card on. Yep. Okay, so this has to go down first. And it doesn't have to go down tight because these are clusters. And you can definitely make them tighter once you cut these out. Or, well, they're clusters on tags and journaling cards and whatever you're going to use them for. Which we'll see what they lend themselves to when we're ready to cut them out. I'm trying to go quickly now. I try to hide some of the hard edges, that type of thing. So, and you can go back and add more glue at any time. All right, so we're done with those. I'm going to move this down just a bit. And I'm going to say I need to do that middle one next so I know where to put my top ones. So I have to give room for cutting. I wonder if I'm going to have to go this way. I bet I am, because I need to give some room to cut these out. Yeah, I'm used to working on, honestly, I'm used to making my master boards on a 12 by 12. See, these are all on 12 by 12. So you have room to cut and do everything you want to do. But those are not the case. So I did see something on those master boards that reminded me I like to use some cheesecloth too, and I forgot about it. So maybe we'll use a little bit in this one just to add a little texture so they're not all identical in case they all go in the same book, you know. So let's get these sort of lightly inked up and see what we think. We've already done that one. I don't like it when it looks like a mouse ate my book. The mice have been chewing on my books. No, they haven't. For real. No, there should be no mice in this house. Oh my gosh, that'd be horrible. With 2 cats, I'd be having to fire my cats. You're fired. You let a mouse in my room. That would not be good. They come in and check this room out every single morning. Stem to stern. Smell everything. Look around. Go behind everything. They give it a thorough walking around in the morning. Every morning. Like they have never seen the room before. They go in to see if anything has changed. Is that funny or what? But that's good, because I think if there was a mouse or something in here, they would find it. And hopefully, I don't know if they would kill it, because these two wouldn't. I don't know if they'd even know what to do with a mouse. They're house cats. They've never been outside. They don't even know what a mouse looks like in person, I don't think. Wouldn't that be funny? I think this one's too long. struggling with this one a bit, you guys. I don't know why. I liked it better when it was on its side. See, I went and turned and put it that way, and I don't like it that way. It wasn't dry. I knew I had a little window. But it's not giving me a lot of room to cut. That's going to be my problem. And if I fuss, I'm going to be in trouble here in a minute because... Where did my pink... Where did my... Okay, you guys, where did... Oh, it flew clear up there. The breeze in my sleeves. The breeze in my sleeves blew it away. There we go. Let's do that. I'm going to fuss with this too long, and I'm not going to have time to finish my video. You know what it is? It's the straight edges on this that are making me crazy. I don't like them. The nice thing about using the fabric tack is you can do what I just did. Lift it up, move it, put it back down. Had I been using art glitter glue or some of the other glues, I could not do that. There we go. Now, before I do that, I'm going to add this. And I always use my glue stick to put on my... So sometimes I can use up to 3 glues in a project, depending upon the surface that I'm working with. Art glitter glue works on just about everything, but it takes a little longer to dry than the fabric tack on fabric. Otherwise, it's super fast on paper. Glue stick's pretty self-explanatory. Lots for paper. Fabric tack for fabric and difficult surfaces. Oh, I'm trying so hard to let this music paper shine through that I keep covering it up. And I just covered up all of that. It didn't do me any good to put that on there because you can't even see it. Oh, I'm frustrated. Okay, guys, I'm having a hard time today. Let's see. Let's try this. I'm not the best at this. I don't do very many of these, so this is not my norm. I used to do them all the time. I mean, I have boxes full of stuff like this, but it's been a while for me. I give up. Okay, I'm just going to put it on. I give up. Might be why I quit using this stuff. Maybe it was driving me crazy. I don't know. I haven't used it in a while. I forget about it. You know, it's one of those forgotten friends that Gail always talks about, Gail Augustinelli. Okay. Now, I am all sticky, so out comes the hand sanitizer. Plus, it's on my nails, and I'm trying to stop it from trashing my fingernails. The fabric tack eats right through your fingernail polish, so, all right. That is the negative side of that one. There we go. All right. Oh gosh, did I just get that hand sanitizer? I dropped it on there. That's not good. It'll pull the color. All right. What time is it? Oh, gosh. I don't have very long, you guys. Oh, I'm running out of time. Okay. I've gone quiet because I'm thinking. I'm trying too hard is what it is. I'm not relaxing enough because I realize I don't have time to be here all day. I'm sure you guys have things to do today and you don't want to be watching a video for 3 hours. In fact, I know people told me they don't like long videos. They don't like hour-long videos, but then the majority of you who have been following me from day one do like them. So that's why I'm still doing the longer video. I tried doing a shorter video, but then I never got anything done and it just wasn't worth it for me to do it. So I never get anything done and I just have piles of undone stuff. That does not help my journal making at all. I'm not trying to put a lot of glue on there. I think you're going to see the lace on, honestly. Mouse bites, get rid of those. Problem is I'm trying to make sure you see the music paper, so I'm kind of messing up here. But you do get the idea at... The only problem I'm going to have, you guys, is when I go to cut, I'm going to cut the bottom of that off. That is not going to make it. So I am actually going to have to move it up. I have to move the whole thing up because when I cut this through here as a pocket or whatever, it's going to be a problem. All right. Let me get some of this on here. Well, I hope you're all having a really good week. The weather's good for you guys. From what I hear, you guys are... Some of you have gotten snow again. Oh, my gosh. And here we're in April. Goodness gracious, that's just crazy. Have snow in April. But some of your states, I guess that would be right. I don't know what your springs are like. I'm just getting to know the rest of the world, you know. I live in California, so I just always think everybody has the same weather I do. But, I mean, I'm not naive enough to think that. But I'm just saying, you know, you just kind of forget that other people have different weather than you. And I know some of you got snow. Some of you are planting berries. Boy, Celeste, that's crazy. I saw your Instagram post about the berries. How green and grassy everything was. Last time I saw you guys were having snow. Now you're all getting your blackberries and your black raspberries, maybe, I think you said. I don't know. Anyway, your berries tied to the vines and cleaned up. It's a lot of work. My grandma used to have berry vines in her backyard all along her chain link fence. And she had a side yard that was dirt that they would plant things in, and then she had a backyard, but to separate the two, keep the critters out of her yard, she had a chain link fence just around where she had her garden, her pretty flowers. All right, so I didn't add any cheesecloth to anything else, although I'm thinking now, and I still have a few seconds to do it, if I could figure out where I want to cut it at, that I might want to stick some in here before it dries, which is just about to do on me. So we'll see if we can add some. And then I can always trim it down if it's too much. go. All right. Now I know I have to add glue to that. And to this. Okay, you guys, we got them done. What do you know? Can't believe it. Let me get a... Still kind of wet and a little... Oh, let me see what time I have. See how much timeage. How much timeage? We have 10 minutes. Okay. So we can add pearls and lace and goodies. I'll add a little bit. I won't go crazy because I don't know what my journal is going to lend itself to. Whether I will be... No, you know what? I'm not going to add any more. Well, no, because I don't know. I don't know what, if I'm going to add like silk flowers or, you know, appliques. Because I have, like, I could add things like this to one of them, right? Could add a little pearl like that. Or I could add something like that. But I have to see how it's going to go with the journal it's going in. I mean, it could add little rosettes like that. I could add paper flowers. Here, let me see if I got some here. Where did my paper flowers go? I just had them like 10 seconds ago. Where did you guys go? Oh my goodness. I left them out to work with so I could show you. Oh, gosh. Oh, right in front of me. Dingbat. These flowers are from Char's Crafty Shop. And, I mean, I could add like a pretty little flower on there like that, or down here. But again, I need to see the journal it's going in before I do that. So I've at least showed you some things that you can use. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually rip this page out. Maybe. Okay, got it out. And now we're going to want to cut this up. Now, I could put it on my paper cutter, or I can cut it by hand, by scissors. What do you guys think? Paper cutter? Oh, boy. Well, I guess we could put Bertha to work. She's been in the... Well, she's actually on my counter. I've been using her a lot lately for some projects, so she's actually out and about. No longer on her shelf. I just don't know. I think scissors might be a better way to go. I'm going to have to sit down because I can't see standing up. Let's see. Can you guys see? Yeah, sort of. She doesn't fit in the screen very well, but let's see. This is going to be a toughie. Fingers crossed. Okay. And then this is going to be the other tricky one up here. And I'm wondering if I'm going to have to cut it by hand. Well, I know one thing I'm going to have to do. I have to get rid of this on this side because it's in my way. All right. So... I think I want to cut this by hand because I think I just messed up royal. I did. Oh man, you guys. Well, that's a journaling card, but it's okay, but I guess I could put something down there. This one could become a pocket or anything really. Let me get my smaller, this one's really hard to work with when you're cutting up cards and stuff. Let's get Miss Slinky out here. She's very pretty. Yeah, I knew I shouldn't have cut it on the big one. It just wasn't a great idea to do that. I should have known it was going to be a problem. Now, this, oh no, wants to peel off. I'm going to have to glue it back on. This is a wonky mess. Okay, so this wasn't terribly successful. I mean, it is. I'll just have to think really hard about what each piece is going to be. I mean, I know what I saw when I was doing it, and then I just made the wrong cut when I went to do it. Well, there is no wrong cut. I mean, it's not like this is a hard, fast rule on anything. I have to glue this piece back on. I was going to rip it off, but then I realized, nope, it would leave me with a white funny gap there. I can always cut it down later if I don't like it. Yeah, this is really wonky looking. Okay, so I have to clean that one up. This one I cut all wrong. This should have been my middle pocket that I wanted to have. Well, you know. Now you know I don't do these very often. But the problem is when you don't do them very often, then you're not as successful at it as you like. So I do have room for words or an image. Same with this one. This one's a crooked hot mess. So let's fix this. And it wants to move all over the place. I don't seem to have any hand strength today. I don't know what's up with that. Oh boy, that's a wonky mess. I'm probably gonna end up cutting off that piece I just glued on. Yep, I am. Oh well. I give up. I'm just gonna end up cutting that at the bottom. Actually, I might, can I move that up? No, I can't. All right, well, I'll fix that later. Yeah, I have to hit that pretty hard. So we could round corners. This could be a pocket, a tuck. This could be a journal card. This is definitely a tag. Not real successful tag. None of them are. I'm really sorry, guys. I thought this was going to be so wonderful. I've done it before. I mean, maybe it's okay. It's just not what I had in my head. You know what? That happens. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just not what I have in my head. What in the world? Why is that so crooked? Let me pick an actual... And it keeps moving every time I pull the arm down. That's why it won't straighten out, because it keeps catching. There's so many papers underneath that it's not... There, that's better. Okay, gosh, what a mess. Well, you can see what not to do. I had it visioned in my head and I didn't follow through. So that created something different than what I had in my mind. But these are just going to be nice little journal cards. It's fine. I'll split this in half pretty much. I will trim it up because it's crooked. I'm going to end up having to buy a new cutter. I use it so much though. I've dulled it out pretty badly. This is probably why I'm fussing with it so much. Because I mean, I use this thing every day. I mean, all day. I'm always cutting something with this. So, okay, that one's really crooked. Let's fix that. There we go. All right. Well, I am happy with these. I take it back. It's not what I saw. I saw 4 really good sized journal cards or tags, and then the pocket in the middle, but that's all right. You know what? That's not what was meant to be. I was being guided to cut it a certain way, and that's what I did. So there we have them. Aren't they pretty? Oh, I actually cut my first page out of my book. I never thought I would cut the pages. But I just did, didn't I? Goodness gracious. Let me see about this. Let's make these into what they actually are. Is that straight? Yeah, it is. It just doesn't look like it, because when you're doing that, that's really thick. Whoa. That's a lot of layers, you guys. Because look at the back. Isn't that cool? Those are all scraps that I used on the back. It was one of those scrap days I was having, so I don't see this as a pocket. I'll make it a journal card, but it could still be a pocket. I could still put a thumb notch in it. Thumb hole. This one definitely could be a pocket. In fact, I will probably put a indent in it, but like I said, I want to wait and see what look at these. Aren't these cute? They all came out really cute. As you know, I like my journal cards to have and adding a thumb notch is easy to do. So it's like, and a lot of times I like mine to be, I didn't like that white strip there. So you know what we do when we have a white strip, right? This is what we do. We just do this. And it comes out really nicely. And any loose papers, I'll go back and on the back or anywhere, I'll go back and glue on. Because, you know, it loosens it up when you cut them like that, especially with a big paper cutter like I used. So, well, there you have it. Well, you saw how to decorate it, this was all about decorating it, not so much about cutting it. But that if you're thinking about kind of in advance what you want it to look like, but don't be like me, don't be upset like I was that if it doesn't come out exactly like you think, because then when you look at it, you see something else. It has other potential. Because as you know, there's no rules here. We can do whatever we want with our pieces. And yeah, this is some heavier paper back here that I thought might not want to stick, and it's not wanting to stick. This one needs way more glue. Oh, and I'm going to hold that down for just a minute while I'm putting that top back on. And then what we can do with this one is we just clip our edges. I'm going to get out one of my little tags to use. I'm just going to use this one as my guide. And there we have a tag. See our tag shapes there. We're good to go. That made it, oh, that's a lovely tag. Because I can see putting something else there that may be from the kit or part of it to use. So there we go, you guys. I just knocked over all my glue. Gosh, I've got glue everywhere, guys. I am just making a horrible mess. Not coordinated today. Sleep would be good. So let me get all this put away. We don't need all this stuff right now. I think we're good. We've done our project, and there you have it. Get rid of that. Get rid of those. My goodness, what a mess. All right, so we have a journaling card. We have a tag, journaling card or pocket. And this one also could be a journaling card or pocket. And then these two are, they're upside down, sorry. These two are definitely journal cards, pockets, and a tag. So we did get everything out of there we wanted today. So I hope I was helpful in teaching you how to find the elements to do this with so that it looks nice and you get a balance for your eye. And I hope that you enjoyed this. We went a little over, but, you know, kind of had to clean them up so that you could see them all done and, you know, ready to go. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was a lot of fun. I did enjoy it. I know it seemed like I was stressed, but I really wasn't. I just wanted to do a good job for you. So anyway, I did enjoy it, and I'll probably take some of my other master boards and do the same thing, but I did need these for that next project. So I think they will go very nicely with this vintage one I want to do. So I'm thinking these will look good in here. Definitely. I think they're going to be okay to use in this journal. So, and it's a big one, as you know, we talked about. It's 10 inches tall or better, and then wide. And I have a lot of places that I'm going to have pockets and things to fill. So I kind of wanted to get busy and start on that. So thanks for coming along and watching, you guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope to see you all very soon. Hugs and kisses. Love you guys. Bye-bye.